Everybody. Today we're going to do another drawing exercise. This one, while relaxing, is also a little bit of a deeper dive into your mind and how it works. And so you might find some interesting things pull out of this drawing activity. So we're going to point this down at my paper here. I chose a pen this time instead of a pencil like I chose the first time. You can choose something with color if you prefer. It doesn't really matter. I just wanted to kind of show the different ways that a pen can impact paper versus a pencil. So we're going to look at masks and why we wear them, how they change, like what different types of masks we wear as individuals. Some masks we may wear in order to make people like us. Other masks we may wear to purposefully push people away and create distance. And this isn't like draw your best drawing exercise. This is, again, that kind of meditation, calming, exploration drawing. So you don't have to be a good drawer or to have great ideas about drawing in order to do this exercise. So the first thing I would like you to do is in some way draw a face that would help you think of your own face. So, if the most you can do is a smiley face, great. If you can do more, awesome, but just something for you to indicate your own face. And you can do hair or not, doesn't really matter. And again, this is a calming exercise, so you don't need to draw quickly, you don't need to draw perfectly. So if you find yourself trying to rush or be perfect or fix things, just remember, come back to, oh yeah, this is just a relaxation exercise. And kind of like that other one, without being too purposeful, I want you to just start adding pieces to your drawing while thinking about the ways that you are different types of people in different situations, in ways that you are not your true self. So you're not necessarily trying to actually draw out the ways that you're different or the masks that you wear. You're just thinking about the fact that you're not always the same person while drawing. And the focus is on the thinking piece versus the drawing piece of this exercise. If you're a really creative type, you may find that while you're kind of just doodling, some inspiration comes to you and you find something more solid that you're willing to invest some time in to draw, and that feels legitimate to like helping you think and explore your process, but don't feel like you need to draw anything. You're just really moving the pen on the paper. Now, while you're drawing, I want you for a moment to think about who you are when you are with your immediate family or the people that you live with. Again, you're just moving the pen to the paper while thinking about the person you are with the people you live with. Excuse me. And now I want you to transition and think about your closest friend or your closest group of friends. And think about who you are with those people while moving your pen to your paper. And if you find yourself getting distracted by other thoughts or trying to be perfect in your drawing and that becomes your focus, just remember to come back to the thinking piece, which right now is, who are you around the friend or friends that you spend the most time with or that you're closest to? And now I want you to think about, who are you at school? Who are you in a learning environment? And now I want you to think about, who are you at work? And if you don't work, maybe you can think about a place where you offer some sort of service or activity, whether it's volunteer work, maybe you do some babysitting, maybe you do some chores around the house or the farm. So thinking about work, who are you at work? And I welcome you to think about a type of activity that you participate in, preferably with other people, that maybe I haven't mentioned yet. So maybe it's something like sports or a club or a gaming group. Maybe it's just an online chat group, but isn't necessarily someone you're close friends with. So in this other group, this other activity that you're thinking of, who are you in that activity? And lastly, I want you to think about when you're really by yourself, when really there's no one else around you. Who are you? All right, now we're going to pause for a moment, and I want you now to actually take a real look over your drawing. And just notice what's there. And if you can, see if there's any differences with those different groups of people or different activities that you do and kind of who you are in those different aspects of your life. And while you're looking at it, I invite you to kind of notice, are there any areas of your drawing that when you just look at them, they don't feel very good? Not like the drawing itself, but when you look at it, you go, oh, something about that just doesn't feel good. Or are there parts of your drawing that when you look at them, you're like, that's just nice. Something about that I connect with in some way. So there's parts of my drawings when I look at them that I can say, man, that just feels kind of chaotic. And then when I think about what I was expressing at the time, I can say to myself, okay, maybe that's the place I'm really not being my truest self, and I need to work on that. Because man, I'm just not connecting with the person that I am and the drawing that I did at that point. And if you notice ones that you do enjoy and can connect with, that might tell you that there is a lot of positivity coming out of that relationship or that experience, and you are getting closer to your true self during those times. And so when I'm looking at mine here, I don't know how to put this up a little bit. So when I'm looking at mine, you can see there's a lot of different styles of things going on, and this was where I got to what I felt like my alone self, which is usually a pretty true self. And then I could, if I wanted to, I could compare like what other areas are very similar to this. And I can see over here, these are a little bit more defined, but there's similar pattern to over here. And so that might tell me that I'm doing a pretty good job of being my true self. But like maybe up here, or like where there's that really jagged kind of area, maybe this is really different. And I'm really forcing myself to be someone else here. So anyway, this is not like a super therapy activity. We're not going to like try to figure out what are your deepest, darkest problems via this picture, but I invite you to kind of just reflect and notice what you see. Notice if it was a relaxing activity. You could do this for any thing going on in your life where you just wanted to kind of reflect, and instead of thinking really about how do I solve this problem, instead drawing while thinking about the problem can actually help you come to some conclusions. I honestly don't remember what this one was, but whatever it is, I feel like maybe I need to work on that aspect of my life. So I hope you learned a little bit of something, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. All right, thanks everybody.